what's up guys? Lightning Eagle 14 here, soaring back into your everyday life with another video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over this, which is my newly modified Stryfe. So let's get right on into it. This is a sleeper Stryfe, I guess you would call it, which really just means that I liked the Elite blue paint job and didn't really want to paint it. So it's running two mishel 2.0s in the stock cage, rewired with a 21 amp micro switch and a 2S 950 milliamp hour graphene LiPo. So it's running pretty well. It's very loud, but we'll just do a quick firing demo of it versus a stock Stryfe. So here we go. This is a stock Stryfe. Absolutely nothing done to it. Wow, that's really exciting. And this is my modified Stryfe. Shooting a mix of just do-re-mi darts. We've got some AccuFakes, a lot of Elites, some waffles. And that's a 25 round drum. And now let's see how fast I can dump a 12 round mag with some better colored darts that'll stand up a little bit better. Yeah, it works pretty good. Believe it or not, this was actually my first flywheel modification and also my first Stryfe mod. And there were a couple of reasons that kept me back from doing this modification sooner. So this is actually a original blue Stryfe that I got when the blue Stryfe when the Stryfe first came out. I purchased it at full MSRP, and after seeing, I think, probably Drax's review on it many years ago. And then I played with it for a while, and I watched Coop's modification video on the Stryfe back when Coop still did modification videos. That tells you how long this was ago. And snipped out all the locks and everything, and then promptly realized that I didn't know how to solder and also didn't have the tools to solder. So that was the main thing that kept me back. And then the other thing was the cost. To do a full flywheel LiPo Stryfe rewire mod like this, if you don't have any of the tools or any of the equipment, or like you don't have LiPos from doing RC cars or that sort of thing, it's pretty expensive. This mod cost me $77, I think was the total cost of the parts and tools and stuff that I needed to make it. And that was without buying a lot of the stuff that people usually do for flywheel and Stryfe mods, like stuff like an extended mag release, rev trigger, even the flywheel cage, which almost everyone buys, and flywheels I didn't have to buy myself either, and extended battery doors. I mean, like, it gets pretty expensive if you've never done that before. 40 of that was the charger, and then I also didn't have to buy the soldering iron, which saved me a bit of money, but also I had to buy the LiPo, which was like $10. Anyways, so I guess my advice would be to anyone who wants to do a flywheel mod but is kind of unsure of where to start, or like kind of if they really think they can do it or not, I would say just go for it. It's not too hard to screw up as long as you don't do anything unsafe and watch plenty of guides and tutorials and have people to a little bit help you with steps of the process. I wouldn't say it's that difficult. The actual act of soldering is not very difficult either. It's not really all that more difficult than using a hot glue gun, is what I found basically. But there are some things that you have to have that will definitely make it a lot easier. One of those being a decent soldering iron that can get up to a good temperature, good solder, and also something to hold the wires together when you're soldering them. Because I had this kind of janky clothespin setup thing where I was trying to like hold the wires up and then also solder them at the same time, and it was a mess. It didn't work well. So yeah, definitely get yourself a helping hand, which is a little tool with little grabby, clampy things that holds the wires for you. Overall, I'm very happy with how this build turned out. Another thing that I struggled with was getting the trigger to work. For the longest time, it would stick and it would get stuck halfway and then it wouldn't return fully, and that was pretty annoying. I'm not sure what was causing that, but I eventually figured out that at first it was the battery leads rubbing on it, and then after that it was actually my return spring was messed up, and I eventually just ended up having to shave a whole bunch of stuff down, and I also shaved down the end of the pusher and zip tied things down, and that was kind of a mess, but it did end up working out in the end. And I also lubricated the heck out of it. So overall, I'm very happy with this. I think I'm going to have to build another one so that I can dual wield, because that would be pretty awesome. I'm still halfway considering dual wielding Stryfes for End War 2020 at this point. I've got a ton of different loadout ideas, but we'll see how that goes. Overall, very happy with how this mod turned out. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comments section down below, and thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.